You've tuned into the Team Shelby Racing Show. Get in, buckle up, hang on. We're going live. Join the Team Shelby Racing crew as they bring you the inside scoop, track breakdowns, driver interviews, and exclusive Team Shelby Club news. And now, your hosts of the show, Hans, Lewis, and John. Well, all right. Welcome to the show. This is our live version of Team Shelby Racing. We're at live at Barber right now. Me and Lewis. Hans is on the track right now.
Yes, Hans is having a great time at the track. Today is Saturday the 13th, 2019, and one of the first live podcasts we're going to be doing for the Team Shelby Racing. So we have had a great audience here from Florida, a great group of track rats. They have come over and they're enjoying themselves.
Absolutely. We've got guys from Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama. I've seen a plate from Montana, but it's not a Shelby guy. But, I thought we were going to get the long driving award for 14 hours, but that don't compare to Montana.
Well, that's right. Well, I got the longest flying award, I think.
Yeah, you definitely have the longest drive, swim / boat,
yes, everything.
Plane. But
it's been kind of interesting where we have seen like 5 GT350R at the track at the same time, and it's been awesome to see that.
We're gonna take you to the track while we talk down so that you can see some of the cars as they drive by. But it's a beautiful day. It was a little rainy here this morning. It was a little kind of choppy, but as you can see, the rain's gone. No more rain at all. It's a beautiful blue GT350.
We have a track here which is very technical. We have a nice straight here in front of us, but we have 17 curves with nice apexes. Some of them have double apex, and you have different elevations. Sometimes you don't see where you are going to head to, but it's a safe track anyway, and it's a very interesting track to drive.
I don't know if everybody can see that there's a minivan, a Honda Odyssey van out there in the back. He'll be coming around here shortly.
Yeah, that Honda Odyssey. I think those guys were going to go to the grocery store, and they lost their way.
They lost their way to Publix and Walmart, and they ended up here at Barber. But no, seriously, that's a project through the fellows that work at the plant in Tuscaloosa, where they actually make the Honda Odyssey. Yes. We were down there talking to them a little while ago, me and Lewis, and they got a pretty good deal down there. They
gave them the minivan, and then the group of them, they just stripped them out, put a roll cage, and did some modifications to the suspension, the brakes, and the engine, and they can really go and keep up with all these other fast cars.
We were taking bets, actually. We were taking bets to see whether it was a V8 mid-mounted engine or what it was, and we went down there, and actually it's a V6. It's a V6 turbo. So I don't know if this actual one is a turbo, but the previous one they had, he said, was a turbo. So, but I wish we had smell-o-vision, because you could smell all of the race fuel and the tire, and the rubber,
and the brake,
the brake dust. Yes, absolutely. It's been pretty good. We haven't had any issues. A few cars have went off the track, but no wrecks
They just spin around a little bit, went into the grass.
Even with the rain, there was no spin outs really.
Yes,
I know there was quite a few guys that said it was a little loose in places, but again, with the elevation changes and the weight transfer here at this course, it doesn't need to be wet for the rear end to come out.
Yes. So
but this is my first time at Barber Motorsports, and
my first time also.
Beautiful track here, beautiful facility.
Yes, and a lot of art around the track. You can see sculptures, you can see lakes, you can see a beautiful scenery all around the track.
The waterfall over here,
Uh-huh.
beautiful waterfall over there. But just very pristine, very nice, very well taken care of. The track surface is absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
Um, I know. I talk about this a little bit. Sebring, I like Sebring, but I wish, I wish they would
Well,
repave
this
it.
is something else.
Exactly.
This is something else,
Yeah.
really.
If the surface at Sebring was like this,
It will be awesome.
whole new track, whole
Yes.
another beast. But another prototype here, another Porsche 934 was that?
44.
944. We seen was another 44 here earlier, wasn't
Yes,
there? Or
yes.
he's still out
The
here.
red one.
Yep. And there goes Hans. Hans right there in the Team Shelby Racing GT.
GTS.
Quite a few GTRs here.
Uh-huh.
Only a few Camaros. Not too many Camaros. Excuse me. But as you can see, the Porsches rule.
We have seen many Mustangs and Porsches. Those are the dominant brands, the Mustangs and the Porsches. Mustangs we have seen all the way from GTs to GT 350 regular, GT 350Rs.
He did. He spun out in that little car. They just put a yellow caution. That little one, he spun out there. But that car's so lightweight and nimble. That's
Yes.
nothing.
And all the people driving here today on the track, they have most of them they have experience, and they do drive in a very courteous way. They don't go in back of each other, pushing the car in front. They do the point and pass signal, and it has been a very nice event. No issues whatsoever.
No, it's been beautiful, and we've met lots of great people here. Matter of fact, Michelin has been out here all day, and we've met a couple representatives from Michelin. They're out here wanting to talk to the guys who are driving the cars on the track, and they want to make some tires that are.
They want to know how they feel about the Michelin tire brand. They want to know that they're asking questions all around. And I was lucky enough to meet them at the elevator. So so I invited them to go over to our booth to Team Shelby Racing area, and we had a nice chat over there. And they are very interested in going to Daytona to our event on December. So, and also to one of the shows with us.
Yes.
Regarding tire types for different tracks.
Exactly. I think we talked about getting them on maybe the 350 show that we want to do,
Yes.
because they have some tires
Yes.
that are specifically
Yes.
dialed for that.
Indeed, Ford is one of their main clients. They are using the Michelins for the Mustangs, for the GT350s, and the new one, the GT500. And indeed, in Shelby American now they are doing, instead of Pirellis, they are doing the Michelin tires, which are much better. I can tell you by experience. When I had the delivery of my Super Snake, it had Pirelli, and they wouldn't hold that horsepower, the ones that they had. So I changed them to Michelin Pilot Super Sport, and now I can enjoy my car much more.
Yeah. Well,
And this is not an advertisement for Michelin.
Right,
It's a
exactly.
reality thing.
and that's really
because
what we do here at the track.
Yes.
We talk to each other about what works for us and what doesn't work for us. And if you're a manufacturer of parts or tires or anything like that, this is where you need to be at these events. It's because these are the average guys who spend their hard-earned money coming out to these track events. I haven't met one pro driver out here.
No,
And there may be,
Yeah,
but
but we
for
haven't.
the most part, these are all guys who have day jobs somewhere
Yes.
else.
yes, regular guy like us.
Yep.
We do this because we like it. This is our passion. We do enjoy coming to tracks. Sometimes I do drive at the tracks, and I hope John is gonna get his Mustang to do his laps also sometime soon.
Soon, by the end of this year, I will have a Mustang.
That'll be great.
Yeah,
Uh,
and then next year we can talk about the events that we have taking it to that event. But this year we're not quite done. We have a couple more things planned throughout the season. Team Shelby has their nationals in was it Pennsylvania this year?
Yes, they're going to have well, they're going to have Team Shelby is going to have events all around the nation, but they're going to be on Carlisle. They're going to be on the Tulsa, Oklahoma show where they have this big Ford Shelby experience at the Hallett racetrack. They're going to be at Summit Point, I think. So Shelby is going to be moving around all around the nation. If you want to know where they're going to be, just go on Facebook, join Team Shelby, and there you'll see the post where the events are going to be.
Yeah, there's a ton of events that are listed for the season, and we just did a podcast on the internet Wednesday night, and we
Yes.
had a show that was dedicated to the Shelby Bash 2019, and we had Gary Patterson,
Yes.
Tracy Smith, Scott Black,
And
Billy Johnson, Aaron Shelby.
Aaron Shelby was there also.
The list was just huge, and really what we ended up talking about is exactly why we're here today, and it's about the camaraderie, it's about the passion for these cars, and having a good time. There's no other way to describe it.
That's right. And you know what? To be part of Team Shelby is being part of something that in any place you go, you look for a Team Shelby member, and they'll be glad to take you around town. If they have anything going on cars, they'll take you over. They'll invite you. But Team Shelby is not only about racing. Team Shelby is about old original Shelbys, resto mods, car shows,
Rally events.
rally events, parades, fundraising, the Shelby Foundation. Team Shelby is a group of people that have diversity of interest. So that's one of the reasons Team Shelby will be, even though you don't need to have a Shelby.
You
to
don't
be
need to
part
have
of
a
Team
Shelby.
Shelby.
We say Team
Yes.
Shelby Racing, and automatically the assumption is that I don't have a Shelby. How can I join you?
No, you don't need to have
that's
a Shelby. You
that's
can
why
join Team Shelby.
we make it a very apparent point that when we're here, we would invite any one of these guys to our events.
Yes.
It doesn't matter
Yes.
what car you own.
We invite the
It's-
Porsche guys. We invite the Audi guys. We invite anybody can be part of Team Shelby because we're just a group of passionate guys that like cars. We share like information. Which spray wax are you using? Which tires?
Yep.
Which oil? What has been the best brake pads for you?
Yep. Transmissions, everything.
Transmissions, brake fluid, everything. We just
Yep.
we just get so much information from real people driving real cars and affordable things.
And we're always looking for more too. It's we don't know everything, and we never will assume we know everything. So that's again why the network grows and grows and grows, because who knows, the next guy down the road may have something better that works for you than what you've known. So that information is invaluable to all of us. Whether we're going to be a professional race car driver or not is irrelevant. It's about the knowledge and trying to make your car better each time that you go out here on the track.
And having fun. It's about having fun. It's about being safe. That's one of the most important things here. Being safe, knowing how to drive a car, getting to know the capabilities of your car. And the day you think you know everything, that'll be the wrong day.
Exactly.
We learn every single day something. So this is what it is all about: learning and trying to do our best and trying to cooperate with all our fellow team members. Okay, now that we have Hans here,
Yes.
he was driving now for around 45, 50 minutes
Yep.
at the open event. Hans, please let us know, how did you felt?
Well, I had a little work done on the car. I was getting a little noise out of it, so we jacked it up and checked it out, found the problem, and so I was able to push the car even more than any other session today because I was hearing a sound I wasn't happy with. So this last session, I really hope the weather tomorrow is good because I really felt that session. And the car ran great. And all the race cars out there with the street cars, with the whole array of cars that are there is amazing. And then to have the full-on Porsche race cars pass you, and it makes like my heart's beating again right now, like I'm in the car. Yeah, like
that BMW full-on race car is insane.
I drove. They were loading it in the car when I went by. I said, "You guys." I was.
That thing's insane. Yeah,
they were loading it, so I don't think they heard me. But I was like,
yeah.
And yeah, you should see when he's turning into a corner. It looks like the front end, like
shifting,
on this one side, and yeah, amazing. I really like this car here. It is a NP01. It is the one I showed you, though, the prototype. That car is
the orange one.
The orange one, I think, is one, but there's another gentleman here.
Oh, yeah, there's
a white one, but that's a different kind of car. It's a Elan Motorsports. Really well-known family in racing, but it is a full prototype car.
We also have the blue one that we were behind this morning. That's a
Noble.
A Noble.
And I was behind the Noble, or I thought I was, until I got up behind it, and it was the Lotus Exige. That was the same color. Because I thought, oh, I'm catching this Noble. Because I could see the blue, I could see the rear, and it looked very similar to the Noble. And I was like, oh, I'm doing really good because I'm catching up to this car that I thought was the Noble. But it was the Lotus Exige, which is still a really fast track car.
Well, you know, that Noble, the chassis is made in South Africa, as well as the Super Performance car, and it has a Ford engine.
Yeah,
6 cylinders, twin turbo,
almost like the EcoBoost.
Yeah, it's 2,800 pounds, I think.
Yep,
and they only have like 15 here in the States.
Yeah, he said there were very few.
Yes. Very few made
because the company doesn't even exist anymore.
No, I remember when they came out and everybody's talking about them, like, oh, get a Noble, don't get a Porsche. Because when the Noble came out, I think maybe Porsche learned some stuff from the Noble, because that's when Porsche really got on their game when that car came out and started doing the massive GT3 cars and the RSs and stuff.
He talked about some issues with the ECU that he had.
Oh,
mapping problems.
Yes, mapping problem, and in order to have that fixed, he needed to work hard.
Yeah,
probably replaced the whole.
Well, he had to track down the engineers because it was passworded. It was that horrible.
Oh my gosh!
Yes. Now he has it all fixed up, and he's planning to go to Daytona.
Yeah, he's coming to Daytona. He wants to come to Daytona.
Sarasota, nice. That's great to have a Noble at the track and a Ford powered car at that. So that'll
very cool.
That is very awesome.
As we were talking before, John, Hans, how has been the experience driving your car against all these Porsche, against all these other cars? You know, I've been watching you, and you were keeping ahead of them.
I was feeling pretty good about myself, and really, it's also the car. Yes. It's the driver and the car combination. Although I've seen many drivers drive the rails off of old 94 Honda CRX. Exactly. And so it's the driver, but the car is set up very well. Okay. I have the front suspension all changed, and a lot of other K-member.
How many years have you been driving your Shelby?
I do believe that I may have a record possibly for a Shelby GT, I have a couple buddies out west who have the same car that they've changed into a track car as well, but I have 35,000 some miles on it, and we bought the car brand new in 2008, January of 2008. One owner car, bought it from the dealer, and of course about 25 to 28,000 miles of that is strictly track driving.
And which were the first mods you did to the car?
Oh, the first mods that you want to do to any car, you never throw money at the engine first. You always do your brakes, and then you do your drive line, which would be your or suspension, your brakes, your drive shaft, your rear end gears, your suspension, and then do your engine.
And then if you need more power,
Yes,
you need,
because then once you don't add power without all that, because it's
gonna
like
be dangerous.
it's like some of these Ford dealers who are offering these 5.0 Mustangs, and they're very inexpensive for a 700 horsepower car, but all they're doing is throwing a Whipple supercharger on it and not doing anything else to the car. So yeah, you have that power, but without the extra geometry in the suspension, you're not going to put that power to the ground, so it's useless, in my opinion.
Also, the name of the game is safety. So that's one
Yes.
of the reasons if you want to do modifications on one of those Mustang GTs, I would suggest to talk to the Shelby people, the Shelby Americans.
You can, yep, Shelby American.
There are two guys that they really know what they're doing. La Violette,
Yep, Vince.
Daddy.
Yep,
They do track the cars. They do know what they need to do to make them safe.
yes,
So they have gone a
And-
long way.
they have, and Shelby American has come a long way. Of course, some of us who didn't get to meet Carroll Shelby would have loved to meet him and experience his personality and what he thought of what he created. But of course, we can live through his history and his family.
Legacy.
His grandson, Aaron Shelby, who is a major force in not only the Carroll Shelby Foundation, but Shelby American as well. And
And as I said before, he's getting more involved.
yes,
He was with us with John and yourself and
Yep.
myself last week on the podcast, and he was very outgoing.
yeah. So Aaron, we've been Team Shelby members since January since we bought the Shelby GT. I signed up for membership and have not had not a membership for those 12 years of Team Shelby, and didn't get to go to the Shelby Bash for years. The first year we went was 2014, and missed 2015. And if anybody likes Fords, Shelbys, they should come to the Shelby Bash, because
There are many different things you can
Yes.
do there.
well, and if you have a Ford, you can learn from these guys at the track on how to make your Ford a better performer.
Brings back to what Billy said to us on a couple weeks ago, that somebody also reiterated that the best money spent is in yourself.
Yep.
Invest in yourself. Hire one of these instructors. Come out to one of these events before you do any modifications. Invest in yourself, because then you will become a safer driver, first of all, and you will become more defensive. And you will almost change your whole style of driving, because you won't be as aggressive on the highways as you are now. I guarantee it.
And
That's right.
and with Chin Motorsports, that is what they stress at their events. Work on yourself. Work on your mods before you work on your car. Make sure your car is running well. But
He said it great again this morning. He said, if the guy in front of you is getting you upset, it's time for you to come off the track and readjust yourself,
Yes.
because he has no idea what you have to
That's the
adjust.
same philosophy they have at the Ford Racing School,
Uh-huh.
at the Barber Motorsports Park.
It's on the list. It's on the list.
So, and besides, any one of you guys hearing this conversation that is planning to buy either GT350 or a new GT500,
Mhm.
remember, you have a free day paid by Ford at that motorsport park.
Yes.
I used that day when I bought my boss, and I stayed there for 2 days, and I learned so much about the car balancing, about understeer, about
I've-
braking, about how
We've had a lot of friends who have done the school, the Ford Racing School, and it's on the list. I'll probably just have to go and pay for the school.
and
But maybe if we get
Let me know because I'd be there too.
50, I don't know, GT 500 maybe. Hint, hint.
I know which car is going to be your next. The guy has the title now. You got the title today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know he did.
He was expecting to give it away today.
I'd have to take his trailer too.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably priority right now.
Yeah.
But guys, we're gonna get ready to wrap it up. We only got 10 minutes left of
And in
track
fact,
time.
we also, as soon as the checkered flag is out, Jack Beecham, who is the Chin Motorsports
One of the
director
directors.
here for the Barber Motorsports Park, we are going to do our photo shoot on the finish on the on the pit lane.
Pit lane. That's good enough.
Officials will not allow us to go out on the track. So on the finish on pit lane, and we're going to line up like where we come in off track.
Cool.
We're going to go out, drive down, make a left, and park, do the photo. So I already told Renee's wife, Renee's wife, and I told John Strauss, and I'm going to go tell Nick Smithers because it looks like some of these guys are getting.
Yeah, they're packing up.
So I want to try to.
So yeah, we're going to sign off for now, folks. So again, this is Team Shelby Racing. We're here at Barber Motorsports.
Woo!
We're going to elevate our show to the video aspect, as you see. And so tune in. We'll see you soon. Have a good night.
Team Shelby Racing.